Ralph.
Yes.
Hi. You were talking to Shar. Communication line went dead.
Yes.
What are you going to do?
Shar. I mean, Jesus. I'd really like an apricot.
There is no response.
Apricots. Apricots.
There's no response.
The other guard walks in with a basket of fruit. He's like, I found peaches, but I ain't got no apricots.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. Well, this is not good. Looks like I must take things into mine own hands.
Okay, we're going to choose your own adventure this.
Okay.
All right? You can stay in the room, or you can leave the room. Let's start there.
Okay, so it is nighttime. The other guy should be sleeping. I am going to leave
Okay.
because my team went dark. I need to figure out why and what is going on.
Roll me some stealth.
That is a +3, good.
Okay.
Oh, he's asleep. He gets like a -8.
So you begin exiting the building, being as sneaky as you can. However, you
Sneaky,
are
sir.
wearing chainmail and plate armor.
Yes, I am.
You hear a sleepy voice coming from the other bedroom. Oh, what was that? What? Night patrol?
Yes, all looks good here. Moving
Need me
on to the
come with
next
you?
house. We're good.
He stops talking. All right, you make it out of the room. You make it out
Yes.
of the building.
Yes.
The street is mostly dark. In place to place, you can see night watchmen posted up.
Well, it's a good thing I ate my carrots and I can see better than they can.
You can see night watchmen posted up.
Okay, let's see if I can make it back to... I don't even know where the heck I am. Did I take a train to get here?
To be clear, you did not take a train. You are
Oh my gosh.
you are still in the place that everybody else started in.
Oh my heavens. Oh, yes, I did.
Everybody
Okay.
else left.
Okay.
Dan, I want you to give me a straight up and down fate roll.
Sneaking around the building. Okay, I rolled a straight and up and down fate roll.
Okay.
And yeah, it's rolled.
Okay, what is it?
Oh, you want me to actually tell you this roll?
Yes.
Can I plead the fifth?
If by the fifth you mean a -5, then sure.
It's a -3.
See, that's not -5.
I mean, it's a fate roll. It's not just
Plead
positive
the
or
third.
negative. Like a -3 is the same as a -1 with a fate roll, right?
Basically. So it really is like a -5. Anyway.
Oh, my heavens. Okay.
All right. So you start sneaking around.
Sneaking around the town. Normal.
Somehow,
Normal.
it's dark. You end up very lost. It looks entirely
Yeah.
different at night.
Yeah, Mrs. Nelson always warned me about going out after dark.
You can see piles of discarded goods along the street. You see night watchmen that you are constantly avoiding.
Who watches the night watchman?
That's a great question, and I'm actually going to answer it.
Shoot. Oh, no.
It's Batman.
I'm Batman.
It's not Batman, however, it is Lee Feltz.
No!
Kill him with fire.
Murder him.
Do you have fire?
Murder.
No, but I have lasers that come out of my sword.
What?
When I'm
Wait,
at
you used that before?
That would have been so helpful earlier.
it only happens when I'm at full health.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that explains it. You're never at full health. You're always half dead.
It's not his fault. He's only like 5.
So Tiffany's a grown-ass man.
So as you stumble through the dark,
Oh no.
accidentally getting yourself further into town instead of further towards the edge of town, you catch a voice right before you turn a corner.
Ooh.
And you
Oh.
recognize that voice as Lee Feltz, who is currently haranguing someone who probably fell asleep based on the content of the reprimand.
Okay.
And now I'm going to give you one more chance to make a stealth roll to see if you make too much noise to get noticed or if you get a listen.
Okay. Was another 3, so I'm gonna hope that.
All right. You pull yourself up short. However, Lee is fantastic at spotting danger. So as you pull yourself up short, you hear the tiniest amount of jingling coming out of your armor.
Stinking armor.
And the voice stops. And then Lee says, well, you might as well come out.
I step out from around the corner in my full armor, and I march up to him, just like I saw the men marching after they came home from the war. So as I step around the corner, I take off my helmet, and I march up to Lee with my helmet in my arm.
Right. You take off your helmet. The firelight glints off your luxurious hair, which we've established you have.
Yes.
Lee gives you a hard look. I did not deputize you. I did not, indeed, allow your presence here. What are you doing?
I was finding it difficult to sleep, so I decided to make my rounds. As someone who has studied the way of the night, I made my rounds through the town, and now I guess I'll go back to my quarters.
Roll some rapport for me.
Rapport. I'm pretty good at rapport. And guess what? I'm still good at rapport, even though I rolled 0 on the dice and it was a +3. It's a 3.
All threes.
All 3s tonight.
All right.
We're going to keep that train going. All 3s.
I feel like I'm making you do lots of rolling, which I kind of apologize for.
You should. You should apologize.
So I feel bad for making you roll, but I'm going to have you do it again because I'd like you to roll empathy for me real quick.
Okay. That is a 4. I rolled a 4. Better than a 3.
That is great.
No more all threes.
A look goes between Lee and the guard that he was haranguing. He gives him a look that says, this man is an idiot. And then he turns to you. You seem like someone who appreciates having an honest work.
I appreciate being around honest men and making sure that everyone's work is done honestly and crooks are brought to justice.
Then we share similar aims. I thought, as someone who's studied the knightly arts, and you notice a little wink pass between him and the guard. You look like someone who knows something about fortifications.
I hate Lee so much. I do know a little something about fortifications, but my work is better done protecting the people.
Fantastic, fantastic. How would you like to be part of our fortification crew? We have some guests coming through the train in the next day or two that we would like to have proper fortifications for, and we find the jail here is not up to par. But I'm sure with your knightly vigor, we could make it that way.
Who might these guests be?
Let's just say crooks, provocateurs, saboteurs, the most dangerous woman in America.
Yeah.
And you wish to put these in jail as soon as they come in?
Indeed. So, in the morning, I will get you with some of my boys, and they will help you with the fortification of this town.
Okay. Sure! I will help with this.
He turns to the guard. Why don't you escort this knight back to his cell quarters? And
Bite my thumb at these,
Lee
sir.
walks away, and the guard looks at you and says, where were you shacked up?
I can find my way. Do not worry.
See, I kind of do, because you were wandering around here in the middle of the night. So let's get you back to bed, boy. Come on. And he puts a hand on your shoulder and attempts to steer you towards the main street.
Ooh.
Dan, don't do it. Don't do it. No,
He's gonna
Just
have
go.
to-
Just go. No.
Oh, man. Okay, fine. I'll kind of step away from his hand and walk towards my room with my unnamed roomie.
All right, that's going to complete your scene. You've decided to go back to bed.
I literally was holding my breath the entire time, trying to, will it in my head that no one said that these people coming in were communists. Because I just did not want to steer Ralph in the wrong direction.
All right, well, that's done. Let's go to Shar.
Yeah.
Hi, Shar.
Hi.
So you were walking in the middle of the woods. You lost contact with everyone. Chaos had to leave with Beth because there were other time signals incoming. And then you found one of those time signals. And that time signal is someone who's doing Terminator pose on the ground. And they said they want to eliminate you.
Shar steps forward with her hands kind of outstretched and goes, Hey there, buddy. Hey, everything's okay. You don't have to eliminate me. I'm just here to help me figure out what's going on. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. Can you tell me your name? And I'm gonna use a fate point. Am I all out of fate points? Did we refresh fate points?
We're not refreshing fate points.
I'm all out. Shar runs away. Yeah. She's like, hey, everything's okay. What's your name? And then turns around and books it.
Okay. I would like you to roll a athletics to dodge, please.
Yeah, that's gonna be a +4.
Wow. Okay. A laser shot goes wide over your head, and you hear the familiar whoosh of a jet boot as this cyborg comes into view above you. Everyone who's not Shar or Ralph. You're tracking through the forest. Describe to me the way you are tracking through the woods.
You ever seen a dog wear shoes for the first time? That's how Van Helsing is walking through the woods.
You're kind of doing like a prance.
No, like I'm trying to step out of my own shoes.
Yeah. Always looks like a prance to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
What else is going on?
Yeah, anyway, so he's doing that. I'm pretty familiar with the bush and moving through it, so I am being surprisingly
you?
quiet and agile because this is sort of comfortable, familiar territory for me. So
Comfortable in the bush.
I have no idea why you think that's funny, everybody. Why you're smiling? I don't get it. I'm just walking through the bush.
How is Effie conducting this investigation?
I think I'm probably calling for Shar.
Okay. So you're calling for Shar. And as you are going through this with your high-stepping companion and Zoo being all the way in the bush, you get a sudden energy spike on your internal display as a laser pierces through the trees, I'd say about 500 yards away from you.
Followed by a scream.
Definitely a scream.
Shar?
Oh no, that was me. Sorry. I don't think I'll ever get over having died in that time loop.
Oh, don't remind me.
What was that? Let us go look.
I rush towards the Shar scream and not the Van Helsing scream.
We're going to enter some rounds of initiative.
Cool, and I'm not in it.
You are not in it. You are being led back to bed. However,
Gosh, dang it.
if you did look out the window at just the right time, you would say a weird giant streak of light pierced the night. Not terribly far away.
Fate roll 0.
But here's what we're going to do. Shar, this is going to be 3 rounds before everyone else gets to you.
Oh no. Okay.
And I'm going to allow you to start. And we're going to treat this almost like a small contest. So you are free to choose to continue to run, or you can choose to try and do something else to keep this cyborg monstrosity from reaching you and murdering you before everyone else gets close.
I think that first action, Shar is just going to keep running. She's like looking around, trying to see if there's like any non-obvious place for her to hide, or anything like that. But first round, she's just gonna keep running.
Okay. So I'm going to have you make 2 rolls.
Okay.
One is going to be a notice roll to see if you can find anywhere good for hiding.
Okay.
And then the second roll will be your athletics, which will serve both for running and for dodging projectiles.
Yay. Okay. I rolled a 4 on notice, so great. Oh, and I rolled a -1, so with my athletics at 2, that is a average 1 for athletics.
Oof. Okay. So let me give you the good news. As you are running through the woods, you see some shadows that at first look to be just another tree. But as you get closer to them, you realize that this particular tree has been hollowed out by fire. And in fact, there is a blackened crevasse into which you could easily squeeze to try and give yourself some cover. And if your pursuer is not looking as well as you were, they're going to pass you by.
Okay.
So that's
Well,
the
we
good
know
news.
the cyborgs. There's no way cyborgs looking as good as.
The bad news is that as you are identifying this as a potential hiding spot, another laser lances out of the night.
Yeah.
You said 1?
Yeah.
So this is a 7-shift hit.
Cool. So I'll mark off my 3 stress box, and then I will take a moderate consequence.
Okay. Your moderate consequence is pierced shoulder because this goes right through you.
The side with
least
my heart?
It's your shoulder.
At least it wasn't your head.
It misses your heart and all your vital organs. But there is something else weird that starts going on.
Is it cauterized?
That is the nice part about a laser. So not bleeding out, just got a giant hole through your shoulder.
Cool.
And there's something else weird. You just get this buzzing in your brain.
Oh no.
It's like, imagine you were used to always looking at everything with 2 eyes, and someone dropped an eye patch over one of your eyes. And all of a sudden, a sense that you're normally used to and take for granted is just duller than it used to be.
So is my eyesight affected?
No,
Okay,
nothing.
it's just kind of like that.
Yeah, no actual sense is affected. It's just something that's a part of you that you've always taken for granted has been muted. And the best way to describe it is like partially losing a sense.
Okay, cool. Char tries to dive into the tree crevasse.
All right. Roll me what you think is best to hide in a tree crevasse.
I'm gonna say, is it okay if I stick with athletics?
Yeah, you can
Okay,
stick with
cool.
athletics.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with athletics. It's a little bit higher than stealth. And then we'll roll. Ooh, that is a +3 good. So that's a +5 superb total.
Okay. So you dive into this crevasse, you squeeze yourself in, you can feel the burned, charred wood rubbing off across your skin, across your clothes. You encounter some amount of spider webs as you're crawling in here.
She does everything within her power to hold her voice back from screaming at the spider webs.
You manage to do it, and you hear that whoosh of the rocket boot as it goes past, then stops. There's no lasers, but you can hear this whoosh just circling around where you are in the general vicinity.
She like pushes herself as close to the ground as possible, like just like getting down so that like if a laser was to come through and like shoot through the tree that it would miss her, and holds her breath and like doesn't hold her breath. I don't know about any of you guys, but anytime I played hide and seek with my siblings, I would quiet my breath as much as I could, and like it hurts your lungs, but she's doing everything she can to like breathe absolutely silently.
That sounds really good to me, and I want you to roll will
Okay.
to see how well you are able to hold yourself in check as this cyborg circles around your hiding spot.
So I have a +3 for will normally. I rolled a +2, so that is a superb +5.
That is very good. However, as you are here alone with no one to help, you remember the scars across your face, and every time you felt helpless, and there is a scream rising in your throat because your confidence has been shattered.
Yeah, that checks out.
So here's the good news. Have a fate point.
Yay!
Here's the bad news.
I scream.
You scream. And as you scream, the cyborg appears right in front of you.
Uh-huh.
There is no way out, and there is a gun leveled at your face. And the cyborg says again, "Eliminate Charlotte Rossetti." And this is the scene that everyone else comes on.
Oh, thank goodness. I've been like holding my breath for the last like 10 minutes.
This is the scene everybody else comes on.
Except for
as you
Ralph.
burst into the clearing. There is a massive skeletal tree, partially blackened, in the middle of the woods. You heard a scream. You can see the moonlight glinting off of the silver carapace of this cyborg. And now we're going to enter initiative order. You guys can personally, between the three of you, tell me where you want to go in what order.
I go first.
Char, I want you to fate roll to see if you go before or after the cyborg.
I got a -3.
Okay, so you're going to be going after the cyborg.
Yeah, that checks
All right,
out.
I'll go after Effie, and then Nathan can go after me.
Okay, so we got cyborg, Char, Effie, Zoo. All right, so please go ahead and roll for me your dodge against a laser.
I rolled a +2, so I have a +4. Great.
Okay, so this will be a 4-shift hit.
Okay, my 4 stress box is gone.
All right, the laser leveled at your head looks frankly terrifying, but having released some amount of your tension with that scream, you have the presence of mind to duck as the laser goes across, singeing your hair, but doing no real damage.
My hair!
No real damage? Do you understand how she makes her living?
Do you understand Charlotte at all?
I also want to state for the record, so that I'm being open on mechanics here, you do have the aspect of trapped as long as you stay here.
Okay.
That's a result of your trouble in getting cornered in there.
Yeah, that checks out. That checks out.
Yeah.
It's my
Okay.
turn next, yeah?
It is your turn. I would suggest finding a way to not be there anymore.
Yeah. What is the state of like the tree behind me? Like how much damage did the laser do to the tree?
So the laser blasts, these are surgical lasers.
Okay, so it's very thin.
There's like a 3-inch hole through the wood.
Cool.
It's pretty big.
Surgical, and it's a 3-inch hole.
I
That's
don't mean
pretty big.
surgical as in made for doing surgery. I mean it's not a Cyclops blast.
Okay.
Char is going to try to grapple this cyborg, and in one smooth movement ducks and then pushes her shoulder into the cyborg's stomach as she like tries to push the cyborg out of the way and onto the ground behind. And I'm
Okay.
going to use my stunt Disparaging Judgment to attack with will instead of physique, as Char goes, "You motherfucker, so stupid, you singed my hair and now you're gonna die." I only rolled a +1, so that is a +4 total.
Okay. You get no joy out of this cyborg. There is no recognition of your words. I do want you to roll physique to try and push them out of the way.
Yeah, that's just gonna be a +1.
Okay. Yeah, you try and roll through, shoulder them out of the way. And as you do that, you remember, oh yes, many parts of this person are metal.
And my shoulder is injured.
And you just don't move. You've crouched down, you have gotten further away from where the laser was, but you are still trapped.
Cool.
And with that, Effie,
Yes.
you ready to be a white knight?
Yes.
Okay.
Come save me.
I want to charge with the power of my rocket boot and knock the other cyborg over.
Okay. This is physique to be pushing.
Char sees this and like her arms wrapped around the like middle of the cyborg and trying to push them over are now like sliding down to the ground as fast as she can.
What do we got?
5.
All right. So you go to push this cyborg
With the power of my rocket boot.
with the power of your rocket boot. So you zoom across this clearing. There's what color is the exhaust from your rocket boot? What sort of flame do we get out of this? Anything cool?
Classic.
Classic flame? Okay. So the orange light illuminating the path as you go. And you run into the cyborg. And somehow there is a hand there that is meeting you as one hand remains pointed in Char's direction and the other one is catching your advance. And now if you would like this to succeed, you will need to spend F8 point. But then you will be able to get the cyborg away. And I want you to explain to me how you overcome this obstacle using that aspect that you invoke.
I use my circus training as a circus expat to take the cyborg's hand and use their own weight against them to flip them backwards over their far shoulder and somersault through the air and then slam into the mud.
All right.
Yes.
You catch the cyborg's hand right before impact, and using your amazing Circus Judo, you do all the things you just said.
Circus Judo.
Amazing.
Yes.
And I want you to roll me fate real quick.
Circus Judo. I got a +1.
Okay. As you touch the cyborg, as your hands touch, there is a small electronic charge that runs through you. And as
the
you break
slime.
contact, there is a string of numbers left in your brain that you know are location, not just in space, but in time.
Hey fam, sorry to interrupt these jaunts through the timeline with something as boring as ads, but here are a few words from our sponsors.
So, you have a problem. Boy, do we have a product for you! Your house is on fire? Your mother trapped you in a tower? Your significant other records a podcast? Parents say you can't spend time with a friend? Bear in your campsite? Dishes need to be done. Dirty laundry. Cyborg attack! With our groundbreaking product, Running Away, you'll soon be looking at all your problems from a new perspective. Your review mirror! Give us a call today, and our product specialists will personalize Running Away for your exact needs. We have monthly plans starting at just $99.99. Don't wait. Find out today what Running Away can do for you.
This is Dan, and I want to thank you for listening to our podcast. If you find that you enjoy listening to us enough to keep coming back, would you mind giving us a rating on iTunes or Spotify? This will help others find us and bring them into the fam. If you just can't get enough of us, follow us on social media, such as Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. We hang out there too, and post funny things just for you. Also, if you really want to bring someone in on that inside joke about square wombat poop, please do. Tell all of your friends about us. The more the merrier.
A long string of numbers then.
Text them to Shar. Text them to Shar.
And that concludes your action. Zoo.
Okay, so I've just seen this fantastic act, this stupendous, unimaginable act of Circus Judo. And I can't
Circus
help
Judo.
but begin to clap as I run towards
Slow clap. Slow clap. Fast run.
applauding, just like, yeah, and I'm going to move towards them and also shift into Bethel, the Kodiak grizzly bear.
Okay, that all happens. Van Helsing.
So, since it's Van Helsing's turn,
You prance into the field.
Van Helsing gets in a good position behind a tree and pulls out his revolvers and fires at the...
Hell yeah!
Fire my guns! Boom, boom.
I've been waiting for you to shoot something for like four episodes.
Yes, it's all
fourth
just contingent
session.
on if he actually
That's a
hits or
2. That's 2. That's a 2.
I think you may have hit Effie.
Hey, 2 is fair.
Or me, but I guess that'd be fine.
No, Keith, don't put ideas out there. We are manifesting positively.
Van Helsing, your shot is a glancing blow that strikes sparks off the side of the cyborg.
It hit and it shot sparks. Hey.
It sounds like
Roll fate to see if you start a forest fire. And then that weird bear guy from all the American high schools comes out and is like, only you can prevent forest fires.
Smokey Bear.
Yeah, him.
Okay.
We had Harold the giraffe. He was much more concerned about our nutrition.
Okay.
You don't even have giraffes in Australia. You have so many great animals. You could have done.
He was always in a van. That's the worst part.
You could have had Willie the
In a
Wombat. You could
van?
have had
Yeah,
Carrie
it was
the
like
Koala.
a van, and like the side would open up and it would
Sounds
create
like
like
you're
a
trying to
tent
teach
situation.
kids to be kidnapped.
And he would like pop out as a puppet from the side of the van, and I was always like, "This is sketch. Why don't we buy a van listening to a giraffe telling us to eat apples?"
This is that's that's
Did
terrifying.
they know there weren't giraffes in Australia when they did that?
I don't know. I think that was kind of the point to make him like unique or something. I don't know.
Hi, kids.
That
I'm
was actually-
exotic.
That
was when the giant ground giraffes were still alive before they went extinct. Well, in classic
Anyway.
Van Helsing fashion, that is my entire turn.
Awesome.
Yay.
Good stuff. So we're back up to the cyborg.
I feel much safer.
They appear to be made of something that sparks. Maybe they're
Metal.
big flint.
Stone. Just stone cyborg.
All right, the cyborg ignites its rocket boot to pop back to its feet. Zoom in.
Mm-hmm.
As you experience the wrath and joy of being a bear, you notice that this cyborg looking real hard at you.
Cool.
It says, eliminate, zoom in, eliminate, char. And its second hand also becomes a gun.
Okay.
I want to object.
Why does
to
it have
this-
2 gun arms? Effie only has 1. This is not fair.
Effie was the prototype.
Char, Zoo, I want you both to roll athletics to dodge.
That's a +3 for me. Total.
Okay, 1 second. I am a 1,500-pound grizzly bear. There's not a lot of stopping me at this point, but I'll roll.
Yep, athletics to dodge.
Can I just use physique to withstand the blow?
I specifically said athletics to dodge. These are
Well,
lasers. You
balls,
can't physique a
because-
laser.
I got a -3, and I have +3 to athletics, so I got nothing.
Okay. All right. Char, 5 shift hit.
So I will have to take my severe consequence.
I will use my ability
Thank God.
using my last fate point. I lying at bay, and I will try to jump in the way and I'm not going to take some
Push
damage.
me out of the way.
But I am going to do a cool tackle move.
Okay.
And I will reduce that damage by 5.
All right.
Wow. That's a slow.
Nathan?
That's not a
How
slow
dare
clap.
you
That's
be
a
this
medium
efficient?
clap.
Explain how you go about doing this.
Okay, so I have my guns out, and I see that Char's going to get hit, and so I drop them.
What? No, don't say that. What are you
You
doing?
can run with guns in your hands!
Nathan.
I drop them into
Effie
my
does that
medical
all the
bag,
time.
Into your big bag.
and as I'm running, I kind of just drop them into my bag, and then I pull out a mirror that you that you would use to look down somebody's throat,
What is the physics of this? Does this actually work?
and I jump in front of Char,
That's
and
a very small mirror.
I get the mirror, and I just deflect it to the side with the little mirror.
That is so small.
All right.
I love how Nathan takes this thing where it's like, I see the cyborg get up with its rocket boot, and I immediately head towards Char to like push her to the ground, like this super really easy thing. And
then
Nathan's
does
like,
the
I'm going to
weirdest,
become
most
so
complicated-
incredibly specific about how I do this.
All right. So here's how this works out.
Logan's like, none of that happens.
You do exactly what you said, but the mirror catches the barrel of the gun, blocks the shot for a fraction of a second that it takes to melt through this mirror, but you also knock the aim entirely off.
Huzzah!
Nice.
You're left holding a small, thin metal toothpick.
No, your mirror.
Zoom in, this is a 6 shift hit for you.
Yeah, I just cup it in the freaking face. All right, I will take my 3 stress box and then give myself a moderate consequence.
All right. I'll let you tell me what your consequence is.
Okay, so where do I get hit?
You can tell me. I'm being kind. Where do you want it?
I am much taller than it thinks I am as a grizzly bear, and I kind of like, am bounding, and so it grazes me right down my stomach.
All right.
And does a 6 shift hit, and I'm bleeding, but also cauterized. So then it hits my back left thigh. So I have a singed thigh. Does anyone know how to spell the word singed so it's not singed?
SINGE.
That looks like singed.
It is, well, sing, yeah, it's
just how it is.
It's correct, I'm sorry.
All right, I have a singed thigh.
Fantastic.
What's it singing, Keith? What's it singing?
It's a whistling sound because there's a damn hole through my thigh. So it's just...
All right, Char,
Oh, it's my turn.
you've been spared.
So when a trouble is invoked, does that impact anything other than that turn?
Depends on exactly how it works, but for yours, it was just you
Just the
broke
scream.
composure and you screamed.
Okay, cool. When Shar screamed, she let out so much angst and fear and worry, and afterwards she was like, wow, I feel really good. Like, I might have a hole in my shoulder, but I feel like I could talk a good game. And she looks at the cyborg who just fired at her again and comes out from behind Van Helsing for just a second and goes, hey, we really don't want to hurt you because you look very you look like your make and model is very similar to Effie. Not as good as hers, but very similar. And so with that, like, why don't you just sit down? We can have a chat. You can tell us why you're here. And you can help us understand, like, what's going on. Because, you know, it's kind of weird. And I am going to try and roll good vibes only now, spending my last fate point.
Let me save you the trouble of rolling.
Oh, no.
Remember how that sense of yours had been weirdly muted?
Yes.
The good news is this doesn't cost you a fate point.
Uh-huh.
So keep that fate point.
Okay.
But you are used to your words carrying a certain weight. You are used to this sort of indescribable magic that comes from you and travels through the devices that you use. And it doesn't happen.
So Shar says these words, and like about halfway through her speech, she kind of gets tongue-tied, which never happens to her. Like, she never trips up on her words. She is super smooth in everything that she does. And as she is having this realization that whatever has happened in the past is not happening now, her voice falters and she messes up a few words, and then she just stops talking altogether and like falls to her knees, just absolutely like in shock, and is kind of like holding her throat.
And let me give you just a tiny bit more context. You feel like you're almost pushing against a barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's something there. And it gives a tiny bit, but not enough to move it.
She looks over at Van Helsing and says, "Hey, Doc, do you have any water? I think my throat's dry."
I don't have any water, but I do have this hot barrel of whiskey.
No, thank you.
Barrel? How big is this bag? You pull
It's a
out
Mary
like
Poppins
a keg
bag.
of whiskey, like
It's one of the little ones, like the
tiny.
St. Bernard's
Those are
carry.
still heavy.
Yeah.
They're made of wood. Like, what are you carrying?
Listen, it's totally realistic that a doctor would carry around some sort of spirits
Yeah,
in
a
this time
flask.
period.
Sure. Like,
Effie, it's your turn.
I would like to use my intimate knowledge of cyborgism to try to steal its power or
Ooh, siphon it.
oh yeah, siphon its like literally its power source.
I'm
All right.
thinking of when I charge off of
Yeah, like wireless
yeah.
sharing mode. Yeah, like it's gonna charge you. You get more powerful. It gets less
I
powerful.
don't know if we do wireless. I feel like I am gonna have to jack
Oh.
into it.
Oh god, don't jack into the cyborg.
Jack in.
It's getting weirdly intimate between you and the
We're
cyborg.
all watching this happen.
Yeah.
My feeling is that this would require lore as a role, but you can tell me what you would like.
Tech.
Okay, do you have tech? Yeah, then do it. Tech works. Do tech.
Oh, good. I rolled 2. That makes it a 3.
All right. You are looking for the ports. Gosh, this is kind of awkward. You've never done this with another person before. Like, you know how it works when you do it on your own, but this is like really different.
Oh man.
But as you are kind of fumbling around with the raiment of this cyborg and, you don't want to lose the moment, you do find... Is everybody okay?
Yes.
So you're fumbling with the raiment, and you finally find a place that you are able to tear away this cyborg shirt entirely, and y'all are really distracting. And you locate a port that you can use. You pull the wire out of your finger, and you manage to connect, but this is going to take a while, and you're going to have to make sure that this connection isn't broken, Some people need time.
You hear the dial-up sounds in your head.
Wait, where is the port? Because I was thinking like up its nose or something, but then you said
Definitely belly button.
why?
It's just weird. It's a full USB port, like just on the left hip.
USB-A? Seriously, bro? Like,
Yeah.
come on, USB-C by this point, surely.
No, it's USB-A. It's really weird.
Dang, is it even 3.0?
I mean, it is a
micro.
little blue, so it's probably 3.0.
Okay, it's at least it's 3.0. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's at least, somewhat fast.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've been super engaged in this episode until you guys started talking about that, and then immediately I was like, I don't know what's going on, and I opened up Instagram like, I
Wait, Logan, does she have to like try and put it in and then it doesn't work and she goes upside
Yeah,
down,
flip it
doesn't work,
over
and
and
she goes right side up and does again, and this time it works?
I mean, we can leave that to the listener's imagination.
When I connect with the other cyborg, I say, I'm thirsty.
I think all of our listeners are now thirsty.
And I start draining its power.
I feel like we could expect no less of a catchphrase from Sarah.
Zoo, I don't know if you
Okay.
can focus after all that, but it's your turn.
Well, Zoo is concerned. He's just seen Effie rip off the shirt of this cyborg and then stick her finger in its navel, whatever. So, that and the hole in my back thigh has slowed me down enough that I managed to stop my momentum just a little fraction late. And so I kind of rear up and slam down and basically take both of them down to the ground like they're pressed underneath me.
Okay, roll
Ooh,
physique.
kinky.
Okay, so that is +2 on the dice, +4 is 6, +2, 8.
All right, you do it. Effie, you feel a weight on your back, and all of a sudden, you are effectively under a bearskin rug.
A really, really heavy one.
This fits the
Normally,
mood
this sort of
entirely
thing is
well.
done on top of a bearskin rug, but here we are.
I'm hoping this will make it harder for the thing to escape, so I would like to say that they are both under the aspect trapped, if I have enough points for that.
So in this case, it's just kind of a grapple. So
Sure,
it will
that
take
works.
his action to get out of it if he is able to beat you on an opposed roll. Van Helsing, I know you had a great action planned. Things have happened since then. It's your turn.
Well, I was thinking of just kind of doing the same thing that Keith is doing.
Perfect.
But I wanted to use Dr. Van
on my
Helsing's
back.
memorandum
Okay.
to give me a bonus to investigating a known entity.
Okay.
And I think since this is very similar to Effie, that I should be able to have this bonus.
Seems reasonable.
I would like to investigate it to see if I could find a spot to kind of shut it down or slow it down or something like that.
Find the
Okay.
hard reset button.
Yeah.
Roll me some
Factory
lore or
recess.
investigation, your choice.
That's a 0. Plus 5.
Tickle
Okay.
Nice.
Because of my
So
stunt
with the
again.
5, Effie, you are the creator of this cyborg type, Sarah Jean. Tell me what sort of weakness he finds that will disable the jet boot.
If you push on the Achilles tendon, it all of the workings pop out for reconfiguration.
There you go. That seems very simple.
Very flavorful.
So if you would like to attempt to get in and do that this turn, will allow it.
I will try to do that.
Okay, give me some sort of manual dexterity check to get in and do that. You are squeezing under this bear to where Effie is draining this cyborg.
In order to do this foot stuff, I think I should be able to roll lore, and here is my my excuse for that is because that's what I usually roll for doctor stuff, and since that's like, I don't know. What do you think?
That is a surgical move.
All right. Well, if I can roll lore, that is oh. So if that gets to be lore, that is a +7. If it's something else, I don't know what it would be.
Okay,
You tell me.
you absolutely go in onto this cyborg's foot, and you find the correct configuration of fingers on the tendon to institute the refit mode on the jet boot. And I'm going to go one further for you. There is something in this cyborg that is not there in Effie. There is a blue glowing bundle of cables that seem to run through the foot, and from what you can tell, probably most of the body.
Rip it out!
And next turn, you will have an opportunity to work on that. All right, the cyborg, pinned, being drained, is going to try and escape. No, that's not right. It's just going to fire its lasers.
Oh, come on. Into me, I assume?
Yes, you are the target.
All right, that's a +1 on the dice. +3 is 4. +2 is 6.
Okay, this will be another 4-shift hit.
Okay, I take it as a 4-shift hit.
Okay,
Well, actually, sorry, I take it as a 3-shift hit, and then I take a mild consequence.
all right. Luckily, these weapons seem to be need some amount of distance to get their full effect on.
Okay.
So you get some scorching around the edges.
All right, scorched around the edges. Around the edges of what? I'll never tell.
Jar, you are isolated from this giant pile of people.
Well, people's a loose term. Like, extremely loose. There's a bear
You are
and 2
fair.
cyborgs.
You are isolated from this pile of individuals. You are not doing foot stuff. You are not being a bearskin rug. You are not doing any draining. You're just kneeling there, and it's your turn.
I think I want to try and help.
Okay.
Jump on my back. More weight.
Doggy pile. No, because you just got singed.
Around the edges, though.
Yeah, Shar is going to extend her hand towards Effie. Like, I'm assuming that Effie can see Shar, and Shar says, "Effie, I believe in you. You can do this. You are incredible. Like, don't stop. You can do this. You're amazing." And is just trying to, like, give words of affirmation to try and encourage Effie to drain this cyborg faster.
All right. Roll rapport to give an aspect for Effie to use.
That's a +8, baby!
Okay.
I rolled a +4, and I have +4 rapport.
Nice.
Nice.
This will be a
That's 2
2-use
all 4s.
aspect.
Wow.
All right, Effie. 2-use aspect.
All right, Effie.
I would like to use Shar's encouragement to suck out the cyborg even faster.
No, don't say suck out the cyborgs!
She didn't say.
What the hell?
Please roll tech for me, and do take a bonus.
So 3 again.
Okay. You can feel power start moving between you. The energy is palpable. It's undeniable. You're...
You know when you get those like shakes with the really thick straws?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
That's
great.
what I'm imagining. And it just, you have to suck for a long
Just
time
a
before it
super
gets
thick shake.
up the straw.
Yep.
Could you roll me another straight up and down fate?
I rolled a +1.
Okay. You can see some amount of blue light moving in this connection between the two of you. And you are starting to get some random images in your head. You are seeing the interior of a castle and an old man who you feel affection for just instinctively. You're seeing something that looks like the inside of Beth. And then just for a second, you see a large room with a lot of chairs. And the old man is there, and your father is there.
They're playing Magic the Gathering.
And now it's Zoo's turn.
It is? Okay. I'm gonna lay down harder. I don't know, like...
Try to
Are you
pummel
sure
them.
you're not the one making this weird?
I think I am. I'm going to attempt to get a better grip of the cyborg to make it harder for him to, break free the next time they try.
All right, sounds good. Roll some physique.
+3 on the dice. That's a 9.
All right, your bear hug increases in intensity.
Can it also lessen off Effie a bit, like when I
Yeah.
shift?
Yeah, no, you know how to be delicate in these matters. Like when
Awesome.
you are as big as you are, you know where to place your weight. It's important.
It is something that you learn very young.
Yeah. Van Helsing.
Okay, so I noticed these blue cables.
Mm-hmm.
I will take out a medical instrument and I will try to cut them.
All right. Sounds like we've been using lore for this, so let's just continue.
Nice.
Nathan, the surgeon.
Well, I rolled -2, so that's a +1 total.
All right. Would you like to succeed with a consequence?
Yes.
Okay. You're used to cutting tendons.
Yeah.
You know what it's like.
I'm used to cutting tendons. I know what it is like.
This is tougher than a tendon.
But this is tougher than a tendon.
This is not how D&D or Fate works.
And as you cut, the blade slips, and the interior of the cable, you can see this blue light shining right into your eyes as you pull back suddenly. And there is a small cut on your finger that mixes with this blue light.
Ooh.
Is Van Helsing about to become Cyborg Van Helsing?
And here's what everybody else sees. Effie, from your place on this cyborg, you see what looks like static in the universe come across this cyborg. It fades out. It just straight up disappears from underneath you.
Wait, the whole cyborg?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Can she still feel it?
Nope, it's absolutely gone.
Zoo drops to the ground with a oof.
Uh-huh. So you all can get up, dust yourselves off. You know, most people need a moment at this point. And it doesn't take you too long before you realize that Van Helsing's not there either.
Oh, no!
I know my first line's going to be when I come back.
Sir not appearing in this film.
Your comms crackle. Hey, I'm really sorry. I don't think I'll be able to keep Beth around. I was doing some math. It's been like a week. Here's the issue. Beth is attracting other temporal signatures. So I'm going to tie off your communications so that everybody will be able to talk. But I think Beth and I have to leave. We'll be monitoring the time stream.
Chaos! Van Helsing disappeared!
Wait, what? No, he's...
Can you do a scan in the universe and see if you can find Van Helsing?
Yeah, no,
What do you mean? Van Helsing has disappeared?
Oh, so Tiffany. I forgot all about you.
I'm back!
Dan doesn't waste any time being like, I'm back in the scene. Poor Dan.
What have you done to Van Helsing?
Look, before you go, Chaos, just do the scan and let us know what you find. He's just
No,
gone.
it says he's right. Okay, so he's in this location, but like the time is weird.
Is he out of phase with our universe or something? Like on a different frequency or whatever?
Helsing, you're very confused as to why nobody else can see you.
Oh no.
The Invisible Man! Can Van Helsing see the cyborg?
No, Van Helsing cannot see the cyborg. Here's what happened from your point of view, Van Helsing.
Mm-hmm.
You cut this line, you got some weird blue light in your blood, and then there was like this massive vacuum. You're familiar with hydraulics, and you are familiar with the way that liquid moves from a place of high pressure to low pressure, but you've never seen it happen to a person before. The cyborg is just sucked away by something outside of this universe. It's just gone. And then everyone starts freaking out when they realize you're gone, but you're still here.
Shar says into comms, Van Helsing, can you hear us? Are you there?
The comms are choppy for you, Van Helsing, but you can hear them.
I respond. When I was young, it seems that life was so wonderful. Oh, it was beautiful, magical. And then I say, but then they said, hey, to treat what we said. Logical. Oh, reasonable, practical.
Well, it sounds like Van Helsing can hear us, kind of, maybe.
I am right here. You cannot see me.
Can we hear him in real time? Not just on the comms?
No, you can only hear
Okay.
him on the comms.
Chaos, while you're gone with Beth, can you do some research about this? I think Van Helsing mixed his blood with some blue stuff from a cyborg. I recorded a video of it, so I just sent that to you.
Shar has smart glasses that are always recording.
Yeah.
I never thought this would come in so useful, but yeah, I'll definitely look at this, and I will be back as soon as I think it's safe to let you know.
I hope that you're eating and taking care of yourself, Chaos. We'll see you later.
Don't forget to shower.
Yeah, wash your hair.
Yeah, sorry, you're breaking up. I can't hear you that well.
I know you're faking it.
Bye.
Stop it, Chaos.
And Chaos leaves the chat, but the rest of you can still talk.
Chaos leaves the chat. We get a little notification in our top right of our screens.
Shar kind of stands up from her kneeling position and wobbles a little bit, grabs her shoulder, which after the drop of adrenaline has kind of started, she winces and she looks at Effie and she goes, Effie, are you okay?
I downloaded more than just energy, but I have a lot of it. Energy. I'm okay.
Do you have enough energy to carry me back?
Of course, Shar. Always.
Ralph, are you okay?
What happened?
I was lasered.
I hugged a cyborg.
What? Without me?
Not Effie either. Well, actually, kind of also Effie.
You're still staying put, right, Ralph? You're safe?
I'll be helping with the fortifications.
Good. Just make sure you mess them up.
They sent me to bed.
They sent you to bed?
We trust you, buddy.
Imagine you're a beaver, but you're drunk.
Drunk beaver.
They said in a few days a train will be coming with some people that they want to put in the fortifications.
Ralph, that must be the secret weapon that the miners are expecting. You gotta do whatever you can to let that person escape.
Okay, yes. Yeah, Shar and I talked about messing up the fortifications.
Operation Drunk Beaver, you got it, mate.
You just do your best, Ralph. We'll be there to help you.
Do your worst. Do not do your best.
Right. Do your worst. Do your worst.
Your best worst.
I feel like we're like his mom
Do your
and dad trying to
best
like
to be-
coach him through a really hard game of Little League and be like,
It's okay. It's okay. Just like don't care about what the other kids tell you. You're doing fine. Ralph, try not to talk too much, okay?
Okay.
And remember, don't turn into little Ralph.
Okay.
keep little Ralph hidden there, buddy.
Shut up.
Hi, Keith. I told you you were the problem.
I
We're all the
never
problem.
denied that I was the problem.
Everyone needs to get off this podcast and take a good long look at themselves in the mirror. Especially me.
And Ralph, everyone knows now that apricots is a safe word. So if you need anyone, just tell us you need apricots.
Last time I used that, no one listened.
The comms were cut off. I'm so sorry, Ralph. I'm so sorry. And then Shar passes out.
Oh, no. Okay.
I assume we're all lumbering our way back to the camp. I'm not, because if I do, I'll probably pass out myself. So Zoo's just gonna keep lumbering through the woods as a really big bear.
I guess I did not mean that much to them after all.
Thanks so much for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Adventure Machine. Now, don't forget, Thursday afternoon, Cousin Ryan has his first mayonnaise eating competition. We expect him to take first place. Don't miss it.